Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Grid. You might know me as the Gridiron Blitz. You might know me as a host of things. But today, I sit before you with the black screen because I want to talk to you, okay? I want to tell you my truth. And my truth may surprise you. You see, I have been on this platform for a long time. And on this platform, I have been painted out to be the villain in most cases. Which is funny because in The Dark Knight, Harvey Dent said, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. You can say that I'm the villain. You need a villain, you come to me. You come to Grid. Grid is the internet villain. That's the picture that has been put before you. The other picture that has been put before you is that I am weak, is that I am a coward, and I hide behind fake accounts and avatars, and I am the scapegoat when anyone needs one. The thing about that is I am none of those things. When something happens on my turf, who's the one that gets in front of it? I do. Somebody says something about somebody else that involves somebody I rock with, who's the person that got in front of it? Me. I don't hide behind an avatar. I don't hide behind a fake account. I have never hidden behind anything. See, what I realized on this platform, and what you need to realize, is that appearances can be deceiving. Someone may appear one way, but be a completely different way. Somebody might do something, be some way in the light, and then another way in the darkness. Now, I am both of those guys. I will be the same guy in the darkness that I am in the light. I am not afraid to bring the stuff in the darkness to the light. Because one thing that I have always been is consistently consistent. I've always been honest. Always. And I realize that when you are perceived as weak, people want to take advantage of you. And you know how you have a hero, right, in a movie or a comic book, and the hero, what is the hero's Achilles heel? It's nothing physical on them. It's always someone they care about. The villain says, I'm going to go after someone you care about. And that's when the hero has to stop and they have to make a decision. That is the guy that I am. See, I actually make sacrifices for the people that I care about. Okay? I just want to make it very clear. I am who I choose to be. I've got no strings to hold me down. There are no strings on me. See, there's nobody on this platform that's going to control me or tell me what I am and what I'm not going to do. I'm going to always do what I want to do. That's the beauty about YouTube. YouTube is meant for you. You're not supposed to be anybody else. A couple years ago, there was an attempt to out a person that was going around saying really, really bad things about other creators on this platform. And I'm not going to lie. I thought it was a certain person. And I was bent on exposing this person. Well, this video is still on the internet, still viewable for your pleasure. And those tables were flipped on me. There was a moment before it got flipped when a little warning sound went off in my brain. And I said to myself, Derek, it's, you can see it in the video. There was a brief moment of about 5 or 10 seconds when some warning bells were going off in my mind. And I said, be ready for a double cross. And that's exactly what it was. And since that time, I have wondered who this person really, truly was. And I want to read something to you. See, I don't have anything to hide. I will expose myself in the process of exposing someone else, if the truth is behind that exposition. But you might not know this, but this is something that I learned over the course of the last 2 years. Is if you think something is what it is, like women have intuition, men have guts. Dan Campbell said it in today's video, in today's press conference, that he's going to trust his gut when it came to the play calling for the Detroit Lions. This is what I realize. We say this word often, but we don't really, do we really know what it means? The definition of a coincidence: a remarkable concurrence of events or circumstances without apparent causal connection. A remarkable concurrence of events or circumstances that of circumstances without apparent causal connection. If something is right in front of you and you see it, or these certain things keep happening over and over and over. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's not a dog, right? I realized that the coincidences that I was trying to put off were not coincidences at all. Right? Now, I am a strong believer in reaping what you sow. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and say it. I was going to blame the wrong person, and I felt that reaping what I sowed was the backfire. That's what I felt. It made me really contemplate, really think about my course of action and how I needed to become better as a person. And I think that I've done those things over the past almost 2 years. I think it was almost 2 years. But today, as I conclude my day and my day comes to an end, I said, you know what, Derek? Grid, you need to speak some truth. And that truth is, whatever you think I am. Remember Batman from The Dark Knight? He said, I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be, right? I have taken the heat. I have protected people from themselves. I have protected people when the rabid dogs of YouTube wanted to come after them. I have protected them, and I have taken the heat because I wanted to make sure I knew I could survive it. My channel could survive it. My reputation could survive it. I could survive it. See, I'm whatever you want me to be. If you want me to be a villain, I am a villain to you. It's what you want to see. But the funny thing is that the true villains are people who are right in your face and appear to be anything but a villain. See, what I realize is that real villains play mind games. They don't come directly at you. They go around the back. They go off to the side. That's what real smart villains do. The brute force villain, he comes directly at you. You can see it coming a mile away. And what do? You got plenty of time to prepare for that villain. But when a villain is smart and good at what they do, they come from a different angle. They might come from the back, the side, or they might be standing next to you the whole time. Spoiler alert, I'm about to spoil something for you. If you haven't seen this movie, The Usual Suspects, I'm showing my age right now, and I need you to stop this video. Okay? You still with me? The movie revolves around a person. His name is Verbal Kint, and he is a person that is in a group of men who are thieves. The moral of the entire story is there is a fabled man, a myth, a legend. His name is Kaiser Soze. And the entire time, Verbal Kint is telling a story about Kaiser Soze, this person that is supposed to be feared from across the world. As the story unfolds, turns out you start to piece together that, and it is revealed that Kaiser Soze was Verbal Kint all along. But you know what? You didn't see him because he didn't want to be seen. He walked with a limp. There's no way that Verbal Kint could be Kaiser Soze, this mastermind criminal, right? There's no way he walks with a limp. No one suspected Kaiser Soze was Verbal Kint. So the police officer lets him walk out of the police station. He walks out with his limp. He begins to straighten his walk out, flicks a cigarette, gets into his limousine and disappears into the sun. Just drives off. Police officer darts out. He puts it together. He darts out looking for Verbal Kint, a.k.a. Kaiser Soze. See, sometimes the actual villains of a story have been in front of you the whole time. And a smart villain doesn't come directly at you. They don't let you see it coming. I want you to remember what I just said. A smart villain doesn't come directly at you because they don't want you to see it coming. See, the beauty about being in your truth is that you can take the good with the bad. You can take the bad things that you said and you can take the good and you can mash them together because that's the true you. That's what you want me to be, right? You want me to be the true villain. So if that's what you want me to be, I can be those things. I hurt those people. I'm whatever YouTube needs me to be. But I'm a firm, huge believer in reaping what you sow. If you sow vile things, things are not going to be so good. I'm also a firm believer in whatever facade that you have will be melted away over time. I'm a firm believer in that. So, the purpose of this video, the purpose of me sitting in darkness is to let everybody know I'm not the villain, but if you want me to be, then I am, because that's what you want me to be. But I assure you that the real villains are closer than you think. See, I also want to let you know that your perception of me might be off a little bit. You know, they always say the worst ones that you need to watch out for are the quiet ones. Whatever that means. I don't think I'm so quiet. However, just wanted to put it out there that because I have no strings to hold me down, there's nothing stopping me from doing whatever I want to do. Nothing stopping me. See, I am in charge of myself. I have nothing, zero to lose. I'm already YouTube thinks I'm a villain. So why not? Why not play into YouTube's hands and everybody else? Grid is all about analytics. Grid is all about subscribers. Grid. I will humbly brag now. I have the Gridiron Blitz. They tried to destroy that channel. Since that time, I have built the GigiCon Don, formerly known as DoorDash Dad. 10,000+. I have built Detroit Lions Syndicate in the last 6 months. You know how? Because I'm all about analytics. That's how. And I have so many chips on my shoulder. I don't even know how I can walk around. And that is a person who is driven by disrespect is a person that you don't want to face. Because there is usually nothing that's going to get in their way. I have assisted in the creation of the Sports Syndicate. And our goal, you got Chat Sports, you got Locked On Podcasts, and then we want to be there too. So, whatever you take away from this video, you go right ahead. Just remember that looks can be deceiving. Things are not always what they appear. And the villain of a real true smart villain doesn't come directly at you. They come just out of your line of sight. You never know when they're coming, because their entire goal is to not let you see them coming. So in the great words of the Joker from Michael Keaton's Batman, 1989. See, I'm 42. Not a young man. Got some age on me, got some wisdom. But I'm also not what you think I am. Don't let the fact that I pronounce all my vowels give you a false assumption of what I am. But as the great Jack Nicholson from The Joker in 1989's Batman, best line of 1989, he says, "I've taken off my mask. Let's see if you can take off yours."